I'll tell you a story. A traditional.
Of course.
A traditional English folk tale. Something that might be missing in this exhibition is that some of the people involved in that scene of the late 70s and early 80s, they were into punk, they were into new wave, but so too was there a great folk scene here in St Albans. Down at the Steamer, which is at the end of Prospect Road at the bottom of Holywell Hill, there's a guy called Tony Haynes. He doesn't live there anymore, but he encouraged people like me, he encouraged people like Gray to just get up and perform amongst adults. And we used to perform. One of my first songs I remember singing was a Jacques Brel song, Amsterdam. So I'm not going to sing that one now. But I'm going to sing this traditional English folk tale. I don't need my glasses for this one. Now this goes to show that folk tales aren't just for children. I once had a bit of trouble with this. I was supporting a rock band somewhere, and as a member of the audience stood up and shouted out, "You should be ashamed of yourself singing a song like this!" And it was at the time that Madeleine McCann went missing. And I just had to say to her, well, you know. Once there was an old man and a woman and a little girl, and they lived in a house on a hill made of hemp stalks. And they had a little dog called Turpy. Turpy, 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 Turpy. They had a little dog called Turpy. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. And one night they came up the hill singing their song. Hobyas, Hobyas, Hobyas. Tear down the hemp stalks, eat the old man and the woman, and carry off the little girl. Carry off the little girl. But it's okay, everyone, because little dog Turpy barked so loud. He was so good, he woofed and he growled. The Hobyas ran as fast as they could back to their home in the deep dark woods. But the old man had woken up. He turned to his wife, who was fast asleep, and said, "Little dog Turpy barks so, I cannot sleep nor slumber. If I live until the morning, I'll chop off his tail." And he did live till the morning. He chopped off little Turpy's tail. And down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. And the next night they come up the hill singing their song. Hobyas, Hobyas, Hobyas. Tear down the hemp stalks, eat the old man and the woman, and carry off the little girl. Carry off the little girl. It's okay, it's really okay, because little dog Turpy barked so loud. He was so good, he woofed and he growled. The Hobyas ran as fast as they could back to their home in the deep dark woods. But the old man had woken up again thinking, how can my wife sleep through this? He said, little dog Turpy barks so, I cannot sleep nor slumber. If I live until the morning, I'll chop off his legs. And he did live till the morning. He chopped off little Turpy's legs. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. And here they come again. And if this was a folk club, you know, I wouldn't be the only one singing this, but I think oh yeah! Hobyas, Hobyas, Hobyas. Tear down the hemp stalks, eat the old man and the woman, and carry off the little girl. Carry off the little girl. But it's okay, it's okay. The little dog Turpy barked so loud. He was so good, he woofed and he growled. The Hobyas ran as fast as they could back to their home in the deep dark woods. But the old man had woken up again, and he looked at his wife thinking, what's she been dreaming about? Little wake up, will ya? He gave her a shake, he tickled her under her arms, and she woke up, and he said to her, little old turby boxer, I cannot sleep nor slumber if I live until the morning. I'll chop off his head. And he did live till the morning. He chopped up little Turpy's head. Down in the deep dark woods live the Hobyas. It's time to get afraid, folks. Down in the deep dark woods live the Hobyas. Go on, sing along if you dare. Now, cowards. Go on, you. You go on and say yourself. You sing along, huh? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Hobyas, Hobyas, Hobyas! Tear down the headstones! Eat the old man and the woman and carry off the little girl! Carry off the little girl!
Cowards! Now it's time to get worried, because here they come! They tore down the hemp stalks! They tore down! They tore down the hemp stalks, and they ate the old man, and they ate the old woman, and they took the little girl and put her in a sack and took her back to the deep dark woods where lived the Hobyas. They took her back to the deep dark woods where lived the Hobyas, and they took her into their house and they dumped her down on the living room floor, and they all gave each other high fives, and then they started dancing around singing we got her, we got her, we got her, got her, got her, we got her, we got her, we got her, got her, we 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 got her. And the chief of the Hobyas, he went over to the sack and he opened it up, but just then a baby Hobya looked out at the window and said, oh no, look! The sun's coming up! And they all turned to look at the sun rising like a big bald head over and up over the trees. And all of the little Hobyas, they all went, oh, mean old Mr. Sun, he's always spoiling our fun. Don't you feel sorry for the little Hobyas having their fun spoiled by mean old Mr. Sun? I don't do this for children, don't worry, I don't do this for children. And all of the little Hobyas, they rolled up in a little ball and they began to suck their thumb and off they went to sleep. And in the sack there was a little girl, trembling like a bird in the winter, and she called out, Mummy! But there was no mummy anymore. Daddy! The little bits of Daddy were in the Hobyas' tummy tum-tums. And just then, a man came walking by, walking with his dog, and he heard the little girl's cries, and he peeked in through the Hobyas' window, and he saw the sack wriggling around, and he thought, that'll be the Hobyas again, up to their tricks, I suppose. And he opened up the door and tiptoed across the floor, and he opened up the sack, and he looked down at the little girl, and he said, you're going to come home and live with me. And he took the little girl out of the sack, and he put his big black dog in her place. And he took the little girl home to live with him. Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. Is this a traditional English folk tale? Down in the deep dark woods lived the Hobyas. And then the sun went down, down, down. And then the moon was up like a pale chiseled dagger. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, some of you got it, some of you didn't. Yeah. And then the Hobyas, one by one, they take their thumbs out of their mouth, and then they remember, we got her, 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 got her, got her, we got her, we got her, we got her, got her, got her, we got her, we got her, we got her. And the chief of the Hobyas, he goes up to the sack and he opens it up, and out jumps a big black dog who gobbles him and all of the
Hobyas anymore.